So he's going to pretend that he's that type of person. So boom, I cover. I cover with my hands. So what happens is, in slow motion, this is what happened. I guard, and I switch hand. So this hand was here. I switch hands. Now the reason for switching hands is so that I can take this hand that I now just placed on top, and I'm going to step, and I'm going to use my hand, this hand here, as it's called a Chi Sao, and I'm going to step. Okay? So again, I go like this so that I can step. And it's really, again, a trickery. This is for someone who only works on reaction, doesn't care about forwardness, doesn't care about position or anything like that. So we're going to try to remedy that. That's what he's going to do right now in a second. But I just want to show you again what I would do if he didn't know. So again, I go boom, and I step. Now, keep in mind that in Chi Sao, or in any drill for that matter, if there's an opening that I see where I can get him, so for example, if I see there's an opening on his left side, well, in order for me to attack it, if I'm not there positionally, I'm also open on one side. So technically, depending on the person and where they're at, they can do the exact same thing that I was planning to do. So for example, in this case, I'm gonna actually go through with this part. So let's just assume I got this far. Some people are fast, and they might actually get away with this at the very least. But now, before I got to do this, before I got to do it, he already got the switch. He knows something's up. Now he's going to do it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to switch, and before I get the switch, he's going to take my hand now, and he's going to lop me and push me out. Pull me out, sorry. Okay, so the very same technique that I was going to use for him, he was in the exact same position because we became a mirror of each other. And depending on his sensitivity and depending on his skill set and depending on his forwardness, he will apply the same thing that I wanted to apply. So I'm going to, again, let's just assume I got through the first gate, and I go. Okay? Now, the same cover that he would have, I'm also going to have. Again, it's where your energy's at, where your position's at. Now, I just want to also show you something that when he lopped me, when he pulled me, positionally, I still make sure that I'm rooted on my horse. So, for example, we do it again, boom. I'm still rooted. So when I feel that I'm being pulled, that I'm actually being lopped in, I positionally go where I need to go, as opposed to, I'm going to show you the wrong way to do it if he caught me by surprise and I didn't have any forwardness or any horse. So I go in, and he gets me, and I go flying. Okay, good. But positionally, I have to be prepared for what's to come. Okay? If things could always go my way, it would be beautiful, but that's not how it always goes. So let's start from scratch again. I go, he lops, I get in position, and we're going to have to change the angle of this. Okay, so we go here. I'm going to try to show you the same thing. Now this is just a progression, all right? I mean, this is not how you're going to fight in the street. This is an exercise that we use. It's called Chi Sao, in order to just get our hand sensitivity, to be aware of our opponent's whereabouts, where we're standing, where we can be positionally, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to do the exact same thing we just did. I just want to show you from the inside to show you when things look grim, there's always a way out. Okay? So again, let's just assume that I got through the first gate. He steps, I go on my horse immediately. So I want to just show you that quick. Okay? I go in, go on my horse. Now, in Wing Chun, period, but specifically in Chi Sao, we want to make sure that we know where our opponent's at. Okay? We don't want to go doing any reaction. Again, there are a lot of people who have fast hands. There are a lot of people who have good instincts, and all that is good, but it's something special when you have the timing of a Chi Sao practitioner. So again, for example, I go in, and he goes, I immediately go on my horse because I know I've been taken off of my sensor. And that's just an automatic thing. So here's where the attack happens. So go in, he comes, boom. So my first thing is, this hand was left open. I mean, it had to be left open because he thought he was going for the kill. If he would have taken me and locked me, he would have hit me. So right before he did that, I have to go for the kill. We've broken it down to entry, attack, and then finishing it. So now what I'm actually doing is finishing it. We're in the last part of that segment. So again, I go in, he lop, boom, and I finish it. And I'm still in position, again, to hook him, to kick him, to punch. So I'm going to try to do that same thing maybe in this angle. Let's just move back a little bit more. Okay? Okay, so we'll do this slow so I don't go out of camera range. So, again, switch. He comes in, step, hit. I could use this. I've already hit him. I'm going to use my leg that was there positionally. I'm going to step and sweep. Boom, and hit. Okay, so I'm going to go in. I'm going to use the same drill to enter. Boom, I hit. Boom, and I hit. Go out. Ooh, bam, 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 bam. Boom, 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 bam, bam. Okay. Okay, so this is the same drill, third position. Okay, we're going to boom, boom, sweep, bam. There we go, we're picking up again, and boom, 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 bam, 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 bam. Okay, some people do this, and I've actually done it before in the past, only to show you the possibility of it. And basically, it's taking this hand, jutting, and using this hand to grab the back of his head to hit with your elbow. Now, that looked fine, except it doesn't work if I don't actually move, because he's not going to stay there. But more importantly is, I disengage if I don't move, because the only way I'm going to reach him is if I actually come to him. So it might look nice when we do it in slow motion, and I go like this. This might work, but the moment I try to disengage, see this? I get a bladder shot. Okay, so it just doesn't work that way. I need to stick to him. Now, the other thing that needs to happen, which is actually prior to this, is when I actually hit him, this shot is supposed to go, so I'm jutting just to bring his body a little in, and I'm actually delivering the shot. Now, delivering, jutting, and moving into position. Those three components are going to happen. Now, when they happen, they change the whole scenery. Because when I jut and hit, I move in. So this is bringing his neck back. I have his other leg in control with my knee. He's not moving anywhere. Okay, again, he only has one option, that's to go that way. And if he does, I follow him because I'm on my horse. If he comes in this way, he only makes my life easier. Okay? So now we're going to try that whole thing. I'm going to do it first where he has no escape, and then I'll do it where he escapes from it. Okay? So I'm going to move in again from the first section of the wooden dummy, and I'm going to jut with my left hand. Boom! This shot goes straight in. And when it comes in, I pull and I hit. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? So I'm going to try that again. Okay? I'm going to try that again. I'm going to step. Boom! This shot goes right through him. All right? So I just want to emphasize, because you need to understand, your last two vertebrae, which is part of your spine, obviously, supplies a blood flow that goes to your brain, the oxygen that goes to your brain from the blood flow. Now, when I actually hit him and I'm going through him, see, there's a difference in getting hit. There's a difference. And some of them can work. It depends on how much the impact was. But I can hit him, and he can take the blow, okay, because I'm just using my arm. And there are a lot of people who can take that type of shot, especially if it's just my arm. But with position, it's going to make the speed that I need. It's going to put me in the position. It's going to give me the dynamic power that I need in order to collapse those last two vertebrae to stop the oxygen from going to his brain, which will get him a little dizzy. And then I can continue doing what I need to do. So I just don't want anybody to miss that point. This is not just a shot touching his face. This is a shot with my whole body as a unit going through.